How's it going, YouTube people? Nikki of 2/4 here, and today I'm going to talk to you about being a brand new rider on an FZ-07. Okay, YouTube, so today we're going to talk about how I'm a brand new rider on a brand new bike. Let's see, I took my team organ class at the end of March, and before that I had zero experience on a motorcycle, never even rode bitch on a motorcycle, or on the back of one, whatever you want to say. So me and my husband decided to buy a brand new bike because we felt it was the best choice for me. And we picked the 2016 Yamaha FZ-07. Let's see, for 10 years Brock's been telling me how amazing it is to ride a motorcycle and how unexplainable it is, and I didn't honestly know it until I did it. And now it's never enough. I can never get enough riding done. So I chose, see, my two choices was, I was between a R6 and the FZ-07. I bounced a little bit with the Gixxer 600, whatever that's called, just because it's a little lower on the ground, so I can actually touch more of my foot. But it was mostly between the R6 and the FZ-07. So I have a wrist injury where I have no carpal tunnel. I have no cartilage in my wrist at all. So my right wrist, so my throttle hand. And so even just sitting on the R6, you stay right there. Even just sitting on the R6, I could feel the pressure in my wrist. Not even like riding it, just sitting on it in the shop. So, and sitting on Brock's bike too, the R1. So, when I sat on the FZ, I realized, you know, the different posture and how you're. Hey, don't do that. You're supposed to tell me when you're going by. You're not supposed to just go by. Brock. So the FZ-07 has the speed and agility that I was looking for in like an R6 basically, but with the upright seating position that is a more comfortable ride for me to be able to enjoy the ride longer instead of, you know, being in pain or whatever from being hunched over on top of my wrist. I graduated from the team organ class, and I went and finalized the deal with my bike at Yamaha Sports Plaza in Fairview. I had it on hold. I put money down or whatever. And I was a super nice wife, and I let Brock ride it home. So my very first ride on it was literally like my very first ride ever on this bike. The only other bike I'd been on is a Suzuki Cruiser thing that they made me ride at the team organ class. And I immediately felt empowered? Is empowered the word to use? I don't know. I felt good. I felt confident. Like, the throttle response it's there when you want it, but it's gentle at the same time. The clutch engage point is like and crazy, like barely even pulling it in, and it's there, so you don't have to necessarily like pull it in super far or whatever like they teach you at the class. The brakes didn't seem too squishy or anything, so I felt comfortable braking even if it was a hard brake. I don't know, it's so responsive, and you know, like when I want it to move, it moves. When I want it to go, it goes. And I never really thought I would ride a motorcycle, let alone this awesome of a motorcycle. But I will never not ride now. Brock from 2/4, my husband, we use uClear Bluetooth system so that we can always be in constant communication, which I think personally like really helped me in the beginning, because knowing that while I'm writing, he's in my ear, but he's just waiting for me to ask a question if I need to, or if, you know, he sees something, obviously he would correct me or whatever. But knowing that if I feel something weird or I see something weird, and knowing that he's gonna be there to be like, hey, do this or do that, I think that really also helped my confidence. But with the bike, just, I don't know, listening to me all the time, and just, like I said earlier, doing what I want it to do when I want it to do it, and just being so responsive. So an experience that I had, that every rider has on their bike at some point in time, would be a fast stop. The light turned yellow. There was really no way to get through it safely, so I was probably doing 35, 40, 45. So I was doing 45, and I had to come to a fast but safe stop using both front and rear brake. So, you know, when you have your first experience like that, you never really know how it's gonna go down. If the bike is gonna lock up, or, you know, you're gonna dump it or whatever. All these high schoolers checking us out. So I came to a rapid fast stop using both front and rear brake, and the bike didn't lock up, it didn't jolt, it didn't launch me off of it. I didn't get any front end or rear shake. It just responded and stopped. I stopped right on the crosswalk line, safely, and the bike just continues to prove to me over and over again that it is the best choice I could have made in picking a new bike for myself. The confidence that it gives me the ability to ride it without worrying all the time, you know, like a new rider usually does. And instead, instead I'm able to just enjoy it and just enjoy riding like you're supposed to. We installed the Yoshimura R77 full exhaust for my FZ-07. And there's a video on our channel, check it out, red light. And like, okay, so I love this bike, but literally starting it up in the garage, the sound it made, wow, it was really amazing. And then to top it off, taking it out into the neighborhood, and the first time that I twisted that throttle, I couldn't stop laughing. I was so happy and amazed by the sound. It was amazing. On top of the sound, which is amazing, as I already stated a couple times actually, the throttle response increased nicely, obviously. And are you stopping or going? Okay. The throttle response increased. It got better. And wait, go? Oh, still? Oh my God, make up your mind. No, yes, no, yes. So the throttle response got even better. Of course, obviously, it's something new, so it takes a minute. But it's a lot quicker to respond. It doesn't take as much twist. It doesn't bog down. When I'm rev matching, I can feel that the engine brake has gotten even better with this exhaust. Okay, so now we've talked about what I like about the bike. We're gonna talk about why this would be a good bike for a new rider. Now, you can go out and you can get a used bike that somebody's beat the crap out of, or you can just get a 250, but you'll more than likely get tired of the 250 really fast. And with this bike, you know, you can treat it like a 250 in the beginning, you know, soft, easy acceleration because it's not punchy, it's super responsive, and then, you know, grow into it and realize the potential that it has to be a big boy bike. So the bike is super stable, it's responsive. You can be a brand new rider and go around a corner and it'll follow your movements. It'll do what you want it to do. It'll lean with you. You know, it'll the brake and the acceleration respond with you. And then in my opinion, there's no better bike to start off riding on. I have never been on a motorcycle. I've never even ridden a dirt bike before. I took the Team Oregon class and bought this bike. So, coming from somebody who has zero experience on a motorcycle to, let's see, I have 467 miles on this bike in a month-ish, because I got it the 1st of April, something like that. So that's pretty crazy. You can go on Craigslist or Cycle Trader or wherever, your local shop, and buy a used bike, probably for $4,000 to $5,000 maybe, that somebody's put through the ringer. You know, you don't know if it had proper break-in or whatever, if it's been taken care of. Or you can go to your shop and you can buy this bike, an FZ-07 2016, for $7,000 or whatever. That's what, you know, whatever they're selling it for. It's probably $7,000, right? Yeah. So you could go buy this one for $7,000 or so, and then you have 600-mile break-in. So that's the perfect time for you to learn your bike, to take it slow, to learn your throttle, to learn your clutch, to learn how, you know, where your clutch engages and where your shift points and how the bike feels at a certain RPMs. And then you just know your bike. You know the sound of it. You know when you need to shift, when you need to downshift. You can just feel it because you took the time to learn the bike from brand new, instead of learning a bike that somebody else has destroyed and then got rid of or whatever. Alright everybody, so I really appreciate you sticking with me and listening to my opinions on the FZ-07 and why I think it's a great bike for a first time rider, or just a great bike period. You don't even have to be a first time rider. So we appreciate you watching the video. As always, if you like it, click like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and feel free to comment down below. And I'll try to answer your questions, or make a new video to answer your questions, I guess. Alright, peace out.